This episode of Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
What about our Quasar podcast, The Quantum Zone?
What about our Quasar podcast?
Wendell Vaughn, the first Earthman ever appointed Protector of the Universe. Bonded to the energy-transforming quantum bands that are both weapons and symbols of his station, but it's an ongoing battle to defend all life in the universe from cosmic evil as Quasar. The day you've all been waiting for is here. The final part of the collection obsession.
Hey, I wonder who the bad guy is.
It's the obsessor, right?
Yeah, but remember what the brethren are made of, and he has it in his hand.
Yeah.
Might as well throw it like a monkey. Anyway, I am Phil. Joining me as always, Master of the Quantum Zone, Will.
I am Will. Hey, everyone.
And Master of the Snack Food.
I'm sorry, I'm starving. I'm
That's all
mad.
right.
I won't crunch into the mic. Just getting a little pregame Cheez-Its in.
That's all right. I just finished my dinner of nachos like 10 minutes ago. So.
You're eating Cheez-Its. Oh, maybe I can use my 6-year-old. I'll modify my 6-year-old son's pizza joke. Mac, I wanted to talk about Matt Kona eating Cheez-Its, but that's too cheesy.
I like it. Even a crusty old man like me can appreciate it. I don't want to be too salty about it, but you can joke about
because his joke is I wanted to tell you a pizza joke about pizza. I wanted to tell you a joke about pizza, but it's too cheesy.
That's pretty good. Oh man,
he's a 6-year-old with access to YouTube, so
there we go.
Yeah. So we got feedback on the last 3 parts of this arc. So I said I would save it. So maybe at the end, after we review the issue, I'll read that.
That's the letters page segment of the podcast.
Yes. All right, and I'll make an announcement. I was going to save this for Capes and Lunatics 100, but if you watch us on YouTube, you're getting the scoop. But if you listen to this on the podcast, I already announced it anyway. So. Because the big announcement on Capes and Lunatics 100 will be our website.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Bless you.
The announcement was disrupted.
I blew it for you. I'm sorry.
He blew it. His nose and the announcement.
Yeah.
Heyo.
Capesandlunatics.org. It's not finished yet, but it's up right now. Capesandlunatics.org. It's gonna have links to everything. Capes and Lunatics, Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks, the YouTube channel. All of it.
Some bonus content, perhaps. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, perhaps.
Maybe we'll submit some stuff. Get a little writing thing in. Yeah.
Hey, I believe Lilith Hellfire, who put this whole thing together, is it's been a couple months. I've been busy. I was working overtime for a lot of it, but we have a Capes and Lunatics blog. So if anyone wants to write, send it to me. I can throw it up. Yeah.
Oh, hey. Also, since we're live, the YouTube listeners need to know that they need to get out and go see Phil. Where?
Oh, at Saturday, April 13th, Bowling Green University. I'm going to be talking at the Batman conference, which I guess is bigger than I thought. Because like I said, I saw a link to there's an article up on newsarama.com.
How is it not called a cowl frince?
Oh, I might have to steal that.
Yeah. Oh, that's an opener. That's a solid opener. Get them to like you.
That's a bunch of academics. I don't know how their sense of humor.
Stuffy academics. Everybody hates them, right?
I know. Freaking professors and teachers. Who needs them? Right, Will?
That's right.
Professors that crosswinds of the comic book world. Come on.
That's crazy. That never happens, does it?
Talking about comics at a university. Who would do that?
Probably a bunch of Terrans. That's who.
That's right.
I'm trying to think if there's any news before we jump into this wonderful issue.
Soshin hit me on Twitter and I haven't responded yet. Sorry, Soshin, but I have not seen Captain Marvel yet. So I'm hoping this weekend, or if not this weekend, maybe next week.
Are you going to go before Endgame? Because I mean,
That's the goal.
as of this recording, we're like 2 weeks out from Endgame.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like, pretty much exactly 2 weeks.
So yeah, my goal is definitely to get Captain Marvel done before Endgame. I'm looking forward to it. I just haven't had a chance to get out to go see it.
Heck, you could just take the whole day of the 26th off and see both back to back.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you should really. If you saw Captain Marvel the day that Endgame opens, you would probably be the only person in the theater. That'd be kind of neat.
Yeah,
you know,
it's all for me.
Have you ever been alone in a theater? I have only been alone in a theater once.
It's been a while, but yeah.
What movie was it?
Well, were you absolutely alone, or
absolutely alone? Because I've had one other person in there a couple times.
Yeah.
Once when I went to see Stigmata, I think starring Patricia Arquette.
So I was gonna say I've usually been like with my. It's been a while, but I can't even remember what movie. But like with my wife or like ex-girlfriends or something. But I don't know if I've ever actually been alone.
I was alone at Fury Road, the Mad Max Fury Road.
Wow.
It was pretty cool because they re-released it at theaters, and I don't think anybody knew. Was it noon on a Wednesday or something? But it was pretty surreal. It's cool.
I think when Stace and I went to see Mask of the Phantasm in theaters, there was maybe 10, 15, 20 people in there. So
I so wish I could have seen that in the theaters.
Oh, it was pretty awesome.
That's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite Batman movies, Mask of the Phantasm.
Yeah.
I need to go buy it on the boys. I guess I was a little too free with what I let them watch, but Mask of the Phantasm scared them for a while. It really did. What's that lady ghost? Oh no!
And there's a sequel comic book to it, I think, too.
Oh, there is. I remember the adaptation. Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
I believe there's a sequel. Yeah.
Why? Will just. Why were your kids so afraid? Just because the Phantasm would say, "Hey, your angel of death awaits."
Yeah, I know. I'm probably a horrible parent. I did try, though. I did try.
All right. So should we jump into this? Because
Let's jump in.
Not to get too behind the scenes, but yeah, there shouldn't be too much more news because we just recorded the last episode like 2 days ago. So.
Yeah, exactly.
On like a Wednesday now or Tuesday, and now it's like Friday. So
yeah.
Yeah, that would be 3 days. Okay. All right. Let's get to it. Avengers 339. Mercifully, the Collection Obsession Part 6, the final part.
The final Part 6. The only one.
Yeah.
They jump from 4 to 6. But yeah, and then we won't be back to the Avengers book until Galactic Storm.
That's right.
So, I guess spoiler if you didn't listen to the last episode, the Collector in the clutches of the Collector. The Avengers in one hand, the poo people in the other hand.
That's right.
Poo hole.
All right, so yeah, you open up.
That's a good one. Nice.
Thank you.
All right, so open up. Hey, look, get a free poster and you buy Home Alone on VHS.
Oh, okay. It's a board game burglary trap poster. Maybe.
Yeah. Poor Macaulay Culkin. All right, let's get to this. The Collector, as we saw last issue, standing over Thane Hector. All right, there with the Watcher watching. There is a saying among the elders of the universe, those shepherds of existence, that moments of cosmic consequence are always followed by moments of profound silence. Such a moment has just occurred, but the silence is now broken by the shrill, dank voice of Doom. No, not Dr. Doom.
Dang it. I like Doom. Sorry.
I know. We see, like I said, the Collector standing over Thane Hector. It is fitting, Avengers, that at this, our final meeting, I should reveal my true form to you. For today, the human race shall fall. This the Collector swears. And we get the title down in the right corner. Final Redemption.
Rage, get your cupcake ready.
And the words are on the Cape of Quasar.
That's right. Yeah, because the Collector says his true form, because he looks all jacked up now, and his face is, I don't know, looks like what? Silly putty?
Yeah, it kind of looks Dark Man-esque, you know?
Yes. or like, I don't know. All right, the credits: A Tale of Loss and Endings by Bob Harris, writer, Steve Epting, pencils. Is this a whole Steve Epting issue? I believe it is.
I think so. Yeah.
Tom Palmer, inker, Bill Oakley, letterer, Tinsley, Mozoff, Scott, and Skolnick, colorist. So we had 4 colorists on this issue. Ralph Macchio, editor, and Tom DeFalco, ed-in-chief.
I'm sure the entire creative team was given plenty of time to do their best work on this issue.
Oh, yeah, bi-weekly, I'm sure. All right, so turn the page, and we get Quasar looking all mad. I knew we shouldn't have trusted him. And all that time, he was shamming. If only I, and Cap interrupts. Now is not the time for recriminations, Quasar. Situations entered a newer, deadlier phase, and we have to find out why. And you see the Avengers start charging the Collector. Well, there's no time like the present, Cap, Quasar says. And Cap says, then Avengers, let's do it.
I like seeing Quasar like in an action pose, but yeah, let's do it. We happen to assemble. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. But they all seem to like, what? Is it a force field? That greenish glow? Or is he blasting them back? The Collector says, did you truly think you could stop me, Terrans? Do you not yet understand? You are nothing to me. Nothing. And Cap, picking himself up off the ground, says, we've heard that before, Collector. Surely it wouldn't hurt you to tell us nothing's what's going on. What do you have to do with Thane, Ector, and the Brethren? What's your angle? And he says, isn't it obvious, Captain America? I'm about the art of collecting. Gonna polybag the Brethren.
Exactly. With a trading card.
Oh yeah, and just to call back the last episode. Soshin, turn left now.
Yeah.
And the Collector says, it is no secret I have long wanted to add humanity, that most adaptable, surprising of races, to my harvest of interstellar species. You have established quite a reputation among the powers of the universe. By having Terrans, I could almost be complete. Cap, almost? I realized my ambitions were unworthy of me. For my collection to be truly singular, it would do well if my specimens were the last of your prodigious species. Thank you, Professor.
Mm-hmm.
That is why I released the murderous Brethren. They would lay waste your people, and I would then gather the pitiful survivors. And Thane, Ector, liar! You did not free us. We escaped your prison ourselves. It was our initiative, our drive that led us to freedom. And the Collector says, Thane, Ector, ever the dreamer. No, I controlled everything, allowing the illusion of freedom. Did you truly think any escape was beneath my notice? And he says, I even permitted you to kill off that part of my collection I found redundant. I arranged it all, your escape, my ship's fortuitous crash on the Terran moon. I wanted you to come here. You and your people were my pawns from the beginning. Ouch. But, and on a nearby rooftop, we get a Fool and Angelina Jolie. Cersei says, why have you brought me here? And the Fool says, because, Cersei of the Avengers, I wished you to see my plan bear fruit. Your teammates slain by the Brethren, with our secrets again inviolate. Then I must kill you, for my brother Thane, Ector has been most indiscreet with you. Now look upon the Brethren's by the makers, this cannot be. We cannot be bested now. Oh, calamity. Oh, tragic fate. Oh, Cersei punches him in the head. Oh, shut up.
With a sock.
No, with her fist, Will.
Yeah, I know. Dang it.
You lived up to your name, fool, when you fell for my shrinking violet routine and brought me here. And then she's thinking, I pulled my punch. I know he and the Brethren can't help being what they are. They aren't truly evil, just victims of a tragic cosmic experiment. But enough of this. Let me see what's going on. If the Avengers are in danger, I must. And then she says, by Olympia, Thane Ector, is he all right? So, I don't know. Could Thane Ector do much with Cersei? Because, I mean, look at the Fool. Is the Fool naked? Yeah, doesn't look like,
I don't know.
Doesn't look like he has genitalia.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. Right.
Well, maybe that's why he...
I don't think Cersei would suffer fool gladly.
And then we see back down on the ground, Sybil Dorn helping Thanector up. My lord, you are greatly injured. Let me help you. And he says, my thanks, Sybil Dorn. She says, you call us pawns, Collector, but we scoff at you, for we are warriors born. And the Collector says, really, my lady? I think it's time you and your people learn the truth. Thanector knows what he's going to say. He's like, no. So the Collector starts summarizing in yellow boxes, so strap in. This is all the Collector. Where to begin? Perhaps the dawn of iniquity is a fitting place when the mysterious space gods called the Celestials keep them in mind. They'll show up in Cosmos. Soared the starways, aloof in their majestic, enigmatic in their ways. How history trembled at their coming, forever silent, like unto grim sentinels of an unknowable intelligence, and yet we know their terrifying names.
And he is waxing poetic.
Oh, yeah, he is.
He's monologuing.
Oneg the Prober, proctologist.
He does have his thumb right above the Oneg the Prober line.
Turn your head and cough. Tefril the Surveyor, Zirin the Tester, and most powerful of them all, of course, the one you always hear about, the red one. Erisham the Judge, Decider of Destiny.
Oh yeah, thumbs up or thumbs down.
Yep.
Here comes the judge. Here comes the judge.
And right now he's judging on the next page the Spider-Man game for Sega Genesis.
Yeah, I don't remember that one, but it looks.
Yeah, I was Nintendo. I didn't have Genesis. I remember hearing about the game, but I had Nintendo, so.
Yeah.
Ooh,
16 bits.
I was gonna say a whole 16 bits.
Yeah.
All right. The Collector continues. Genetics were their forte. Their mysterious joy on many worlds. They molded and shaped new races. On Earth, millennia ago, they took primitive pre-human bipeds and fashioned the race of rare power and majesty called the Eternals. Powerful indeed were they, as were the other peoples still unknown to us, created on distant worlds in the backwash of space. But the Celestials were wise. They foresaw the need for control of their creation, a cosmic counterbalance, if you will. For never would it be permitted for any to threaten the preeminence of the Celestials. And so they looked to the little things of all of nature that keeps all life in check. The bacteria all about us. The bacilli, the spirilla, the
Cockeye, I think.
Kochi, maybe?
The Coachella, yes. Disgusting names for disgusting things. And from these tiny harbingers of death and wonder and genius unparalleled, the Celestials remixed their genetic coding to fashion a new race. Remix! One that looked humanoid, thought humanoid, but alas, it was nothing close. And thus were born the brethren. It is even whispered that in the before time, vast fleets of your people would follow lordly Erisham to await his righteous judgment on some pale, unworthy world. When that feared decision was made, you swept down and wiped clean all life, leaving a dead, infected planet in your wake. But this was all eons ago. For some reason, the Celestials lost interest in you and let the brethren loose to spread destruction like the plague they were. And then I found you and put you in my collection, where you stayed until my plan for Terran decimation was born, and you were freed upon the lunar surface. So now you see, Sybil Dorn, do you not? Your proud warrior race is nothing but a germ culture gone mad, a mere tool of the Celestials. And now me, I hope your illusions are not too crushed.
Now, that is a lot to digest. Thank you.
He's awake today, people.
Nice.
And Sybil Dorn says, no, no, no. What you suggest is horrific. It is unthinkable. We are a people, Collector. My Lord Thane, tell him of our greatness. Our, and she's such sadness in your eyes, my lord. Oh, by the gods, is it true? And Thanector says, yes. All Thanes are told, my lady, and keep it secret in their heart. I never wanted this, never. She says, I have misjudged you, Thanector. To carry this burden alone was a cruel thing, but I am here now, with you forever. Not so fast.
Famous last words.
Yeah. The collector, I think not. Pledges of fidelity bore me. And he blasts her. You hear, ah!
I think he blasts her with a wrist bidet.
Well, that seems to be the theme of this arc, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We see Thanector, Sybil Dorn, murderous infidel. You killed her. And the collector, indeed.
He wiped her out. Okay.
Oh, Macona.
With a wisecrack.
My finger's not that fast. And the collector, indeed, I reduced her to her basic genetic components. I want this planet dead, Thanector. The sentience and passions of your race were interfering with the completion of my goal. I shall remove the impediment and take away that which the Celestials gave you. And he starts blasting Thanector's men. Oh, Lord Thane, help us. There was no salvation for you creatures. Now mindless, you shall finally kill off the human race. Because we just see like chunks of floating brown matter. Floaters, if you will.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Oh, crap. All right.
Captain America. Vision Captain America. These component bacteria shall spread throughout the city within minutes. Infection throughout the world is a mathematical certainty. And Captain, let's stop them, Vision, fast.
Hey, if only we had someone that could whip up a quantum bubble that they couldn't escape from.
Yeah, instead Quasar's just like shooting out blasts. I don't know if we're going to have the chance, Cap. This bacterium is moving in fast. And Hercules, indeed, they seem most verily focused on us, good Captain. Vision, it is to be expected that the Brethren remnants would be intent on attacking any biological entities, Hercules. Remnant.
Now that attack does involve a lot of movement. What?
Help save us, Cosmos. You're our only hope. And Crystal's trying. Crystal whips up a wind. She goes, perhaps a hurricane force wind blast will discourage them. So the Brethren hit the fan. Iron Man, atta girl, Crystal. You're gonna make one heck of an Avenger. In the meantime, my repulsor ray ought to help as well. And Black Knight, think so, Shellhead. Take another look. Your repulsors, my ebony blade. Every time we hit these globs, they simply divide and move on. And the Beast, oops, could our vaunted method of defense actually be helping the Collector's plan? And the Black Panther, it looks at Beast. So the question remains, how do we defeat them? How? And we see Rage just punching them. Herkster, punching these slimy blobs is about effective as fighting Silly Putty. You wish it was Silly Putty.
We need a quantum plunger or something. Their attack, it's overflowing.
Or like a quantum toilet bowl, something. Hercules, friend Rage, thou dost often say I am difficult to understand, but know this, thou art equally inscrutable to the Prince of Power. I pray thee no insult is meant. And Rage, hey, I'm chill. But Herc, these things are spreading like crazy, and now they're after those poor folks. Come on, let's do some avenging. And Crystal, Vision, the Brethren seem to be giving you a wide berth. And the Vision, they detect no biochemical activity in me, Crystal. To them, a synthezoid is already apparently dead, not a living thing at all. And we see Cersei finally show up. Captain America, how goes the battle? He says, Cersei, a whole lot better now that you're back with us. And she says, I'm afraid our reunion's going to have to be sweet and short, Captain, for I must find Thanector. Calling her Cersei.
Why isn't she flying? She can fly. I don't understand.
Unless she's trying to stay under the floating poop. I don't know.
Maybe. Maybe she's not flying because she has the runs. Just when you thought them out.
Well, Cersei can literally say her ex-boyfriend is crap.
Nice.
And the Watcher is talking to the Collector, and he says, "You know what you do is wrong, Collector. Why else would you have sought to hide your involvement in this crime from me? Humanity does not deserve this. As an elder, you know theirs is a greater destiny than to end up as pitiful specimens in an intergalactic zoo." And the Collector says, "I do what I must. I am what I am. I am what I am." All of a sudden, he's Popeye. As are you, Uatu, old friend. You have the power to stop all this, yet you do not. Why? Well, if you read Journey in the Mystery, you know.
Yeah.
Because it is their lot in the scheme of things to be but an observer in the tapestry of life. Your sedentary compulsion, Watchers, as keen as mine is to collect. Despite your protestations, you are no more noble than I. We, like the poor brethren, were created to fill a need in the grand scheme, nothing more, nothing less. It is a cosmic dictum we cannot understand, but beings such as we, with our specialized talents, maintain the galactic balance, and I will have humanity survivors for my collection if that balance allows it, and from all appearances it shall. So weep for humanity, Watcher, but do not dare judge me. Don't judge me. Cersei finds Thanector. Thanector, thank Olympia, you're all right. And he says, "Do I truly seem so, Cersei? I believed you more observant than that. My people are dead. My dreams dust. I am hardly all right. All is lost. Laugh at me, Cersei, for I, not my brother, am the fool. I believed I could be a great leader, that could make my people a great race and free us from our genetic origins. But we were pawns, always, always pawns. What hubris I had to believe in things, Cersei. I, a creature evolved from base, foul matter. How it disgusts me now." No, Thanector, you are more than that. Listen to me. I've heard you. I felt your passion for life and dreams. Any life form that feels can achieve glory. What you, or me, or any race evolved from is immaterial. It's what you are now, what you aspire to that matters. You share that spark of destiny that all sentient life enjoys, Hector. Remember that. Hold on to it and cherish it. Then we hear, "Eee! By Zurus, what is that?" Well, I don't think it's the X-Men action figures.
Those were cool. I think
I
those
did.
were the
really
first
cool,
ones that I
yeah.
remember.
I think I had all of those.
I
Like
definitely had a couple.
Magneto had like a magnet in his chest and came with like a bunch of like magnets that looked like his magnetic. Oh, his hands and his chest, because it looked like he could pick up magnetic stuff with his hands.
Yeah. That's good.
And Wolverine actually had claws that popped out, but like all three claws were like one big plastic piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Storm's emblem lit up. Cyclops' eyes lit up.
I think Nightcrawler had kind of a bendy tail.
And Juggernaut had wheels on his feet so he could like charge. And Colossus's arms just went up and down because it looks like he's cupping something in his hands. Oh, because he came up with a big barbell, right?
Yeah, that sounds right.
So while everyone else is fighting, he's like working out. All right, so
And the Bow Club membership.
yes, Bo knows. Club Bo. $17 for a shirt. Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. The shirt ads we see in these are like $4 plus 50 cents shipping in annually.
Yeah.
All right, so back to the story. The come from the fool, who's holding up like the empty armor of the brethren who've been destroyed and turned to poo. He says, "Oh, my brothers, you are so lost, so afraid. You cry out for solace, but there is none to give. All is despair." And Cap's like, "Vision?" And the vision, apparently the creature is in telepathic contact with the disembodied brethren. This supports a hypothesis of group consciousness that I've been formulating since our first encounter with them on the moon. And Cap's like, "Ector," and Thanector runs up. "Let me through, Avenger. My fool needs me, for he feels our people's agony. There, little one. Do not be afraid. You are no longer alone. I am with you to share the burden." And this story is almost over. We're holding that Kona like that. There. The story's almost over.
It's almost.
The vision, Cap. I believe Captain, I believe the fool is experiencing a primitive form of collective will, a distant relative of the unimind phenomenon that the Eternals experience. The similar origin of the two races suggests that this is fundamentally possible. If we can harness the Brethren's sentience before it dissipates any further, perhaps we can stop the Collector's plan by reasoning with them that there is no point in decimating the human race. As the only two individual Brethren remaining, Thane Ector, you and the Fool may be your race's last hope. And Thane Ector, how can such hope endure, Synthezoid? Or will it too end in bitter disappointment? Turn the page. Oh yeah, did anyone ever call these phone numbers?
Nope.
It's like the X-Men game, but wasn't there like a Spider-Man one too?
Yeah, there was. You had to save Mary Jane.
Yeah.
I always wanted to. I could never convince the parental units when we do a 900 number.
Parents just don't understand. I know.
I think I did for the wrestling one. They would give you behind-the-scenes gossip with Mean Gene.
I was going to say, I knew there had to be some 900 number code call. But...
Oh, yeah. And then they just talk super slow, so the minutes add up. And
I knew Conan had to call one, and it was the half-naked men. Good job.
Yeah. No, it was the small bald man in a tuxedo. And you could call Santa Claus, too. He wouldn't give you wrestling tips, but...
Maybe if you asked for him for Christmas.
That's true. Can I have an Ultimate Warrior wrestling buddy? If you are good, you can have.
You can, yes, little boy or girl, you can have whatever you want.
Name your top 75 gift choices. And your parents won't be able to afford any of them after this phone bill.
Give me exact directions to your house.
Just as a side note, I remember ordering a pay-per-view and feeling bad about it. So I used to get the mail, and I saw the cable bill, and so I just hid it for the month, and then the next month, the previous month was on there, but it didn't say what I had ordered. So
nice.
Dodged a bullet, you know.
Except now you've not dodged it because it's now public.
If my parents are watching or listening to this podcast, I will be blown away. But yeah, I'm sorry. I owe you $7. Sorry.
That'd be so funny. It's just like, yeah, I hid the bill the first month, and then it just all worked itself out because we had no cable.
Yeah. They just thought it was a late fee or something.
All right. So, and then we see Thane Ector, or not Thane Ector, the Collector blasting everyone. All is disappointment, Ector, and yours is a hopeless cause, Avengers. And Cap says, interesting, you took note of us at that point. Then Cap saying, Hercules, Crystal, Iron Man, do whatever you can to keep the Collector occupied. Vision, come with me. And Crystal saying, Hercules, beware. I'm generating focused seismic waves. And Hercules, my thanks for the timely warning, fair Crystal. But as your elemental power distracts the Collector, the son of Zeus shall finish the dastardly villain for all eternity. Yeah, sure. Iron Man, don't get cocky, Herc, or haven't you noticed our friend is growing? As the Collector gets bigger. Do you not yet understand? I am Tanalier Tivan, an elder of this universe. The appointed Collector. For centuries, my guise as a humble humanoid has fooled many, but know this well. I will not be denied. I cannot be. And Cap's telling Thane Ector, listen to me. I know there's no love lost between us, but the Collector has destroyed your people, and he's trying to do the same to mine. If there's a way to stop him, we must try. And Ector's like, how? And said, Cersei, tell us, is the vision right? Do you have a telepathic rapport with your people? And he says, it is limited, but yes. Thane and his fool will use it to control the bloodlust of the brethren in battle. And the vision says, as I surmised, in effect, you become one organism. Can you extend the contact? Can you command instead of merely contain? And we see Black Widow. I don't know what Cap's plan is, but he better hurry. And Black Panther agreed. The situation is getting desperate. And Cersei's telling Thane Ector, this is your chance, Ector, to prove the brethren are not soulless creatures, but the proud race you've dreamt of. You must reach out to their minds and make them stop this outrage. Prove that you and they are not puppets of the Celestials, Collector, or biology. In your heart of hearts, you know the Collector is your true enemy, but not the people of this world, Thanectar. I beg you to make your own destiny. And the vision says, but you must do it quickly. I estimate the Brethren consciousness will irretrievably dissolve within the next 3.4 minutes. Then there will be no hope, only the bitterness you fear. And Thanectar is talking to his fool. Thanectar fears nothing, Vision. Remember that. So, brother, shall we seek to avenge our people and prove the Brethren's mettle at last? And the fool, it is a fearful road we take, my lord. But with you by my side, I feel a fool no more. And we get Thanectar talking to Cersei. We have never attempted such a thing like this on such a scale, Cersei. Forgive my ignorance, but we do not know what to do. And she says, do not be afraid, my friend, for I shall guide you every step of the way. Cap, if you'd summon Quasar,
Yes.
we'll need him. Because finally, Quasar putting a bubble up.
Make finally a bubble.
Yes, because we see them all. We see Cersei, the Thanectar, and the fool. And the bubble Quasar's putting up. And Cap's telling Quasar, you know what to do, Wendell. No matter. The dude's wearing a mask. Why is everyone yelling Wendell? Oh, you mean that handsome security consultant guy? I don't know.
That is. Well, he wears glasses, doesn't he?
That's
He
right.
has a ponytail. It's a totally different dude.
He's with his secretary. I don't know what you're talking about. And Cap, you know what to do, Wendell. No matter what, that force field must hold. The Collector cannot be allowed to stop us. The Vision telling Cersei, Cersei, time is quickly running out. I caution against any further delay. And Cersei says, patience. Some things can't run like clockwork, Vision, but we're ready. And she touches Thanectar and the fool. Open your minds, last of the Brethren, and seek the way that leads to union and redemption. Call out to your people and ask them to join with you, for strength comes in unity. And we see the big Collector saying, no, this must stop. And Quasar, still holding the bubble, says, well, we've got the big guy's attention, all right. And Cap, can it hold? And Quasar says, Cap, I don't have much choice, do I? Then we see Thanectar glowing. By the gods, Cersei, I see them. Sybil Dorn. And we see the globs flying up into the air because Ray just say, Kirk, what's happening? They're flying away. And Hercules and more. They begin to glow with a wondrous iridescent color. Methinks a miracle hath occurred here. And Cersei, no miracle, Hercules, only the joy of a race coming together at last. Do you see, Avengers? Do you feel it? The Brethren have more than merely answered Thanectar's call. They've surpassed anything I expected. Look and wonder. And Black Widow saying, Steve? And he says, I know, Natasha. And the Beast, the coin of cliche. Oh, my stars and garters. And in the swirl of power and the blinding flashes of untamed cosmic energies, there appears above the stunned city that rarest of events which only a handful of privileged few have ever borne witness, the collective will of a race made incarnate. It is the awesome wonder that is called the Unimind. And we see Cersei, which I don't know what happened to her face, but do you see Thanectar, the greatest gift of the Celestials? You were no stepchildren tossed away in the dim, distant past, for there is the proof of their delight in your creation. And we see the Collector. This is not possible. The Brethren have never been known to do this. And it's like, Cap, looks like you underestimated your Zeus specimens, Collector. It's a mistake they won't let you make twice. And they seem to reach out. What is this? It is reaching out to me. And the Unimind attacks the Collector. I cannot free myself. I'm being pulled in. Uatu, help me. Help me. And the Watcher says, I am sorry, Collector, but as you reminded me this evening, all I'm allowed to do is watch. So basically the Watcher saying, how you like them apples? What is the rage of a slain people? What is the hate of an enslaved race? What is the vengeance of a betrayed populace? In one terrifying instant, the Collector knows the horrifying answer, and then it is all no more. Because we see a big explosion. And then we see the Avengers picking themselves up. Is everyone all right? Rage, besides from being knocked all over the place, yeah, I think so. Is it over, guys? And Cap, good question, Rage. Watcher? And Watcher says, behold, Avengers, the price of victory, as he points to Cersei holding Thane Nectar. We have done it, Cersei. Together the brethren reached out and destroyed their oppressor. Although it has cost much, I gladly pay the price. She's like, Thane Nectar, I didn't know the strain would be too great. Forgive me, I didn't know. And he says, am my fool dead so soon? Sleep well, little one. And Cersei says, and you and he saved our world. And she's a first for us, to heal rather than to kill. I would have liked to have known the feeling a while longer. And she's like, as would I, noble warrior, as were I. Because he seems to die after they kiss. All right. I'm not going to prolong this. All right. The roof of Avengers Mansion as a cold breeze blows off the East River and a woman stands lost in thought, lost in pain. Last page. Cersei, can I do anything for you? Oh, maybe explain the universe to me, Steve? Explain how I cared for a man I should have detested, or how a race that caused so much suffering throughout the stars in the end saved us all. Life's pretty funny, eh? Here I am, a centuries-old Eternal, but right now I feel as lost as a newborn babe. She's a babe. Cap says, Cersei, Thane Nectar was a troubled man, but in the end he found his dream, and the brethren became the noble race he always wanted them to be. That's something to celebrate, isn't it? And they turn and there's the Watcher. Boy, for someone who's, kind of a creeper here. And because Cap's like, well, look who's here. It looks like the big guy agrees with me. And three figures silently watch the night fade to its end.
Yes.
The end of a long night.
The end of a long 6 weeks.
This is like that Wolverine audio book or the podcast, The Long Night.
Long night, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys listened to that?
I listened to it.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, season 2's coming. Well, I guess they do that on Stitcher Premium, the pay one, and then after.
Come on.
Well, that's what they did with the first season too. But then eventually they released it for free. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, look at add on the next page for Wonder Man, who we'll get to in Operation Galactic Storm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the Wonder Man comics.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I went and I reread it kind of recently. Not all of them, but I got up to 20.
I love Kona. I love the Wonder Man.
I love the Wonder Man. Read it on the internet. The internet.
The internet.
The Facebook. No.
I read it on the I read it on the machine all the time.
Hollywood hype and heroic happenings. The Wonder Man's. I mean, we'll get ahead to Galactic Storm, but he was great in it.
Oh yeah. All right, I'm pulling up the feedback we got from Ray from the.
Oh yeah, we should, what's the name of our letters page gonna be? We should our email page.
Should it be Quantum something or
maybe Eon's mail? Eon mail, like email, because they're all emails.
Oh,
yeah.
Quantum quips? No, I don't like that.
Or should we throw it out to the people?
Let's throw it. Let's be democratic about it. Throw it out to the people.
Come on, Soshin. Come on, Ray, and any of you. Send us your suggestions for our quote unquote letters page, and then send us stuff to fill it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, because Ray did it over tweets, and there's a couple tweets. So I'm pulling up the thread here. Okay. Yeah, this is from Ray from the Into the Night podcast. You can find him on Twitter at ITK Moon Knight.
Down under, right? They're
Australian, yep. Yep. They talk all about Moon Knight in the Marvel Universe.
Yeah. I have listened to you.
What? You listen?
I listened to you and you were a guest on that.
Oh, nice. But yes, they have a good show. All right. So he wrote to us at the Quantum Zone. Well, tweeted to us. Just read parts 4 through 6 of the collection Obsession. Apart from some glaring editorial mistakes like Naka with 1K and then Naka with 2Ks, yeah. Front cover to part 5 still says part 4. This still remains one of my favorite arcs. Call it nostalgia, but Harris's story of what ultimately is a tragic race really hits home towards the end. I love how the tables are turned, and it's the collector who becomes the big bad, with the now sympathetic Thanector, Fool, and Sybil Dorn developing into the heroes of this piece.
Well, it did. I'll be honest. It did end strong.
Yeah.
I mean, it really did end strong.
Maybe it didn't need to be 6 parts. Maybe that was the problem.
Perhaps.
Avengers-wise, this run continues to show why I love Herc so much. His rapport with Rage is cool. And when he says, I sense that something deeply profound has just been said, I just don't know what, had me laughing. Unfortunately, not much was given to Black Knight to do, and he could almost just not have been there. Quasar was cool and good use of the quantum bands to protect Thane and the Fool when they created the awesome Unimind at the end. Inconsistencies with the art, but by Kubert and his stand-ins just enough to make the run consistent and not too distracting on the eye. Overall, a fun adventure, but for me, it's that development at the end of the Brethren race which elevates this more so than your typical cosmic tale. Oh, finally, yes, the twist of the Brethren being made of disease and germs juxtaposed with the Eternals and having that brief relationship between Cersei and Thane was very cool. And yet again, so tragic. All around, a solid story. Yes, it was a solid movement.
Oh, wow.
Sorry.
I think that if it would have been allowed to be a monthly, that it would have achieved what it strived for. But
and they would have more time for the art and the story
and to get everything right. It just feels rushed to me.
And I was gonna say, and is our problem? Are we like comparing this to Cosmos because that's coming next?
What's coming next? I don't know what you're talking about.
Cosmos in Collision. Cosme in Collision.
That's right. And perhaps we are because, it's the best.
Well, we're looking at this through the eyes of like Quasar, and maybe part of the weakness of the story is Quasar really didn't have much to do.
That's right. Although he didn't know that the collector was a bad guy because he was, on edge, right?
Yes. I knew it. I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. One call to Eon probably would have cleared that all up.
Yeah, if only they. Oh wait, yeah.
You just see Eon be like, "Hey, wait, let me ask your dad."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is your dad. Yes, Quasar. Dad, why you call me Quasar? I mean, Wendell. What's the collector? We'll get to that puppet show soon.
Yes, that does not end well.
That grotesque puppet show.
Yes. But Cosmos, yes.
But yes, next episode, Cosmos in Collision Part 1 in Quasar 19. We get Jack of Hearts and the refugees from the Stranger's World. Remember them from Journey?
Yep. Absolutely.
All right. So does anyone else have any business?
I got nothing. Looking forward to it. I mean, I don't have any business. I don't have any business giving out any business.
I was waiting for some toilet joke. All right.
Yeah, I don't.
All right. So we ready to get out of here then?
You bet.
All right, everyone.
So my lack of a toilet joke tanked.
Oh, look at me, I'm all flush. All right, so let's get out of here. All right, everyone. If you're listening to this, on YouTube, check us out tomorrow night, Capes and Lunatics episode 100. I'm going to get as many people as we can on there. A bunch of us are going to be live in someone's hotel room. We're going to get Lil Hellfire to call in, and I'll try to get these
Yahoos.
Yes, these fools. So yeah, and if you're listening to this on the podcast, go check it out on Capes and Lunatics. Episode 100. Gonna be crazy. But Master of the Quantum Zone, Will Allred, where can people find you and your work?
They can find me. I am at WALLRED on Twitter and Gmail and all those things. And you can find my self-published book, Diary of Night, at diaryofnight.com. And, of course, quantumzone.org has all kinds of Quasar stuff on it.
Ooh.
And Matt Kona, where can people find you and your toilet humor?
Yeah. My comedy career has stalled out a bit lately. I can't handle going on stage so much, but you can find me on Twitter, on Instagram. I'm posting some at Matt Kona, MATTKONA. I just posted a very smart aleck remark in a comic book collecting Facebook group.
I did see that. Yes.
Someone posed the question: Are filing cabinets good for single issues? And I said, well, it depends on how many comics you have, because I have over 100 comics and I don't have room for 100 filing cabinets. Take that, you dummy. You want to get roasted? Post in the comic book collecting group. Yeah, I'm all around social media. Hit me up. Send me an Eon mail. Whatever you want to do. Cast your vote. We'll talk.
Wow.
Yeah, send in all your suggestions for our quote unquote letters page title, and I'll throw them up on social media and we'll let the people vote.
Yeah.
Maybe we even try to find a prize for the best one.
Yes.
All right. So again, we did it.
We made it.
Now, next episode, Cosmos and Collision. Quasar 19. Trust me, people, you're going to see a lot more enthusiasm than come next episode.
Maybe a little too much.
Hell, for the rest of the year, we're just going to... I think everything we're covering the rest of the year is pretty good, but, even like any clunkers will be like, well, at least it's not collection obsession. But yeah, we got good stuff coming up. Cosmos. We got... we may talk some Captain America after Cosmos,
Yeah.
Or Grunwald. We're going to have Infinity Gauntlet. We're going to have Starbrand Special. Like we said, by the end of the year, we're going to start Galactic Storm. So,
Yep.
It's all good. All right, Quantum Zoners, come back next time. Kick it into high gear with Cosmos and Collision. And remember, keep it quantum.